Testing 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Testing 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi. Welcome to the live. I guess I didn't realize when I wore this shirt that it would come out, that it would just make me realize that everything was backwards. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just doing my thing. That's all. Okay. How is everybody? It's nice to see all of you. I got all my requests up on the screen. And now, I don't know. I'm just going to hang out with all of you. It's been kind of a wild day already. This week is just getting started hot. You know, what do they call it in the astrology world? Eclipse season? I don't even know if that's a thing. I feel like I should light some incense on that note. Words and Wine, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I feel like there should be a place where birthdays of every day are celebrated well. Well, Leah, I just say things. I don't know. I come by it honestly. My dad was a suave voice reader person. Really, I just try to hypnotize you with the eye contact. And then everything else sort of, comes into place. Let's see. You need a good picture of Pete. I don't know. Can I even get this phone off the... We'll see if this even works. There's Pete. He's busy smoking. I have to be near the microphone so you can hear me. Yep. And then in the background there's a little photo of Hades and Persephone, getting all hot and heavy. All the books. Yeah. Pete is getting to it. I mean, he gets to it every day, really. Oh, hello. I just got tagged in a Quinn ad where they were like, "Hey, have you discovered yet whether or not you have a voice kink?" Well, and they featured Nadio. Nadio's a good dude. I've talked to him like once, I think. What does my shirt say today? Don't make me use my daddy voice. Don't make me. Who's my favorite Quinn creator other than me? Dang it, that's going to get me in trouble with a lot of people if I start playing favorites. You have no idea the politics that goes on behind the scenes of the Quinn creator community. It's a bloodbath out here. You never know what somebody might say to make the rest of us just make passive-aggressive audios about them. No, in actuality, the entire Quinn community, the Quinn creator lineup is lovely. I just did a collab with Adrian on Saturday. That was fun. If you have listened to his, well, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like a pirate story that he's doing, an ongoing pirate story. He had me come on and do Captain Blackthorn, for him. So he's working on that one. Should be coming out like next week. No, sorry to say, I'm not doing a sexy scene with Adrian. I don't know if I clarified that. It's really just more of a dramatic and reenactment, a dramatic enactment of a scene where I play his villain that he has to defeat. Yes, Captain Blackthorn, aka Glitterbeard. He's very ferocious. Cavern, Zach Cowman, Sarah, all three of them. I've spent time with each of them. They're all lovely people. Why, hello, husbeast. Thank you for the lessons on domination. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Zach does have an intriguing voice. He's really good at those eye contact videos. Just, the love at first sight video. I think that one, I fell in love with him on that video. Just, oh my. Oh, you guys. Leah, thank you for loving my vampire audios. It's really just like a series that I'm doing. I always wanted to do a vampire audio or vampire story that didn't feel like it's been told yet. And I feel like I kind of accomplished that, sort of. It's ongoing. It's not finished yet. That story has a lot more legs on it. How about we read something? Let's see. Open new window. Let's see. This is Halloween. From, I believe this is Nightmare Before Christmas, right? Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this, our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the neighbors die of fright. In this town, everybody scream. In this town of Halloween. I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red. I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes with spiders in my hair. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Round that corner then, hiding in the trash can, something's waiting and it'll pounce, and how you'll scream. This is Halloween, red and black and slimy green. Well, aren't you scared? Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and roll the dice. Ride with the moon in the dead of night. Everybody scream in our town of Halloween. I am the clown with a tear, with a tearaway face, here in a flash and gone without a trace. I am the who when you call who's there. I am the wind blowing through your hair. I am the shadow in the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright. Tender lumplings everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, but we're not mean in our town of Halloween. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back and scream like a banshee, make you jump out of your skin. This is Halloween, and everybody scream, won't you please make way for a very special guy? Skeleton Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King. This is Halloween. I hope none of you are operating heavy machinery while listening to the live. Of course, if you're operating smaller machinery of the vibrational kind, I would not be opposed. Well, how lovely. Thank you, Lenore. Afternoon, evening, good morning. Let's see. In Australia, it's the morning tomorrow, right? Is that how it works? Smudge wrote a blistering submission for the Red Light Live yesterday. I think the paint peeled off my walls reading that one. My God. Chris, have I turned you into a morning person? You're very committed to waking up super early. Freya, you would like to know if I've narrated any book available on audio on Audible? What a question to ask. You know, I feel like I've been typecast a little bit. People seem to like me in dark romance for whatever reason. I don't know why. I've narrated a few dark romance books that are available on Audible, yes. So if you search Orcus Auditory on Audible, you will find them. You can also go to my profile, click through the link, and you will find, if you do some digging, you will find the links that lead to the books I've narrated. I'm currently working on a new book. It's an old book. It's an old new book. I'm regularly doing lives over on Substack as I'm working my way through it. The original print of the Phantom of the Opera. Well, okay, not the original print. Phantom of the Opera was originally printed in French, so it's the original translation. And yeah, so I'm doing Phantom of the Opera, and there are a lot of French names, and yeah, it's a lot of fun to try to pronounce said French names. Mon Charmant and Richard. God, I'm already cracking myself up just trying to say these words. I took French. I used to be able to do a French accent really well, and then I realized my yeah, no. Am I fluent in French? No. Mais non, mademoiselle. Je parle un peu de français. No more, no plus. Oh no, God, it's terrible. All the stereotypes. I'm also fluent in croissant. Croissant. I'm fluent in mispronouncing words. There are even English words that I'm having trouble pronouncing. Like Siebel. Is that Siebel or Sybil? I had to look that up. I've done a lot of narration, and it's a process reading this book. I'm going to make that shirt. Words are hard. Rock hard. Jacques the Whipper. I've been a follower of Jacques the Whipper for a long time. Before he got big. I've never seen him live though. I was there right around when he started his. I found him right around when he started his TikTok before he became a world smash success. Yeah. Freya, is there some book character that was your favorite and you still remember? One that I've read, I mean, I still really love The Halloween Boys by Kat Blackthorne. I did all 4 of the main Halloween Boys in that series. It's a reverse harem series. 1 woman, 4 guys, 4 demonic guys in actuality. Half man, half dragon, a werewolf. Half man, half vampire, half dragon, a werewolf, an archdemon, and the devil himself. No big deal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, technically, isn't a vampire like half bat, half man, or something like that? So then, if it's man plus vampire plus dragon, that is 1.5, isn't it? Technically. Okay, let's move on. The script, the speech for Gru, the monologue from Gru for Despicable Me. I always I love Despicable Me. I think Steve Carell is brilliant. I'm going to do my take on Gru if I were playing that character.
Now, I realize that you guys probably heard about this other villain who stole the pyramids. Apparently, it's a big deal. People are calling it the crime of the century. But am I upset? No, I am not. We've had a pretty good year ourselves, and you guys are all right in my book. No races. You're not going to get any races. What did we do? Well, we stole the Times Square Jumbo. Ha! Nice, right? That's how I roll. But now we have located a shrink ray in a secret lab, and once we take this shrink ray, we will have the capability to pull off the true crime of the century. We are going to steal... Wait. I haven't told you what it is yet. Hey, Dave, listen up, please. Next, we are going to steal... And once the moon is mine, the world will give me whatever I want to get it back, and I will be the greatest villain of all time.
Don't ask me where that voice came from. I just did it. Whatever. I feel like that's sort of half of what voiceover work is. You're just sort of saying a bunch of random stuff into a microphone until something sticks. Like if I were to look at the Gru persona without the voice, that's the voice I would come up with, or something close to it. Paula, can I do Antonio Banderas? Can I do Antonio Banderas? Antonio Banderas. Do you know how to use that thing? See? Pointy end goes into the other man. Antonio in The Mask of Zorro. Yeah, that's my that's my one of my favorites. All right, Digging by Seamus Heaney, requested by Maisie. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests snug as a gun. Under my window, a clean rasping sound when the spade sinks into gravelly ground. My father digging, I look down, till his straining rump among the flower beds bends low, comes up 20 years away, stooping in rhythm through potato drills where he was digging. The coarse boot nestled on the lug. The shaft against the inside knee was levered firmly. He rooted out tall tops, buried the bright edge deep to scatter new potatoes that we picked, loving their cool hardness in our hands. By God, the old man could handle a spade just like his old man. The cold smell of potato mold, the squelch and slap of soggy peat, the curt cuts of an edge through living roots awaken in my head. But I've no spade to follow men like them. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests. I'll dig with it. I'll dig with my voice in between your ears until we find gold together, igniting flames all the way down to the sacred place where they
join together in a symphony of vibration. The improv last night, you say, Smudge? Oh, I did record that. If people are curious about what happened last night, at least one or two cigarettes were needed after that happened. Oh yeah. The replay of that is available on Substack, which you can find through my profile, through my link tree. The Substack is home to all kinds of fantastic delights. Oh, Libby, don't worry about it. I mean, my expectation, the thing that I'm aware of is that playing in this space with energies that are exciting and confronting and shadowy and playful, we're going to run into people's edges. We just are. It's going to happen. The only thing that I can say truly is that I hold all the things that happen in this space to be anchored and grounded, and I believe wholeheartedly in supporting the self-love, the container of your process as well as mine, and holding integrity. So whatever that level of safety that's needed around that, all of it is just available to sort of explore and dip a toe in, and then take space as you need, and then dip a toe in even further. It's all up to the comfort level that people have. That's the beauty of audio work, honestly. It's like we get the opportunity to explore edges in a safe place. Because when you start doing it for real on, out in the world, then the room for error is less, or it's just different. Obviously, you're dealing with real people who have their own hopes and desires and negotiations, and so it gets a little bit murky trying to explore your own desires, your own fantasies, I love inspiring a play session. Definitely, Jessica. For that matter, I am back to thinking about couples audios, trying to figure out how to do audios that support two people in a space enjoying themselves together. It is something that I'm interested in coming out with, some work around that.
expanding ideas, expanding the work. I'm you know what? I might have to ask, like, those of you who, I'm curious how many of you have shared, like, how many of you who have male partners have shared what you're listening to as far as my work and what they think of it. I don't get a lot of feedback from men around my work. So I'm very curious because I would love to make audios for men too, to be honest. Yeah, I realize there's sort of this, like, I think the audios that I am planning on, I'm sort of strategizing around is, just to make space for people of all expressions. My goal is to create audios that define a masculine energy in the pairing and a feminine energy in the pairing without necessarily identifying who the gender is, the gender role. Because usually there's a top and a bottom. And of course there's a switch. Some people switch a lot, which is totally fine. For the purposes of the audio, I'm sure there's sort of ways in which it could be played with for people to switch roles, even in the middle of the audio going. I mean, at the very least, it would make for really amazing, like, I feel like my imagination is like, there's this sort of moment where you're dating and you get to meet somebody new and then you're like, hey, want to pop in an audio? I don't know. I have no idea whether or not that would actually work, but I don't know. Maybe in some worlds it would. All right. Next request. I forgot I am the fucking universe by Lauren Oliver. Requested by Chris. I forgot that I am the altar, not the offering, not the girl to be devoured for someone else's hunger and then blamed for being too much to swallow. I forgot that love was supposed to feel like safety, not suspense. Not I'm busy, not maybe, not I'm trying. I forgot that I don't have to audition for softness. I forgot that my grief is not a fucking burden, but a blessing. I forgot that I'm not behind, I'm becoming. That time bends for the brave, and truth waits patiently for the ones who remember their name. I forgot that my dreams are not distractions, but divine instructions. My rage is sacred. My sensitivity is a sword. I forgot that walking away is the loudest prayer. But I'm remembering now. I'm remembering that I'm made of soul-deep knowing.
that my body is a compass and my no is sacred, that beauty and boundaries can belong in the same breath, I'm remembering that the fire didn't ruin me. It revealed me. That I was never broken, only buried. And God help the world, now that I've decided to rise. I forgot. I Am the Fucking Universe by Lauren Oliver.
What's the name of my M sub audio? I can't remember. I know I put one out in the past 6 months or so. I don't remember what the name of it is. Oh, thank you for the heavenly stars. Oh, 3 years ago, I feel like I really only remember the greatest hits, just like all of you. The quieter, more esoteric ones they just don't get mentioned a whole lot because people don't listen to them as much. Oh yeah, there is Hades Part 2 where he's getting some from Persephone. Backdoor sub. We all live in a backdoor submarine, a backdoor submarine, a backdoor submarine. Sorry, didn't... I've got, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. No, I'm not doing a riff on that song. All right. Libby requests the final speech of Mrs. Doubtfire. Everyone get your tissues. Dear Mrs. Doubtfire, 2 months ago, my mom and dad decided to separate. Now they live in different houses. My brother Andrew says that we aren't to be a family anymore. Is this true? Did I lose my family? Is there anything I can do to get my parents back together? Sincerely, Katie McCormick. Oh, my dear Katie. You know, some parents, when they're angry, they get along much better when they don't live together. They don't fight all the time, and they can become better people, and much better mummies and daddies for you. And sometimes they get back together,
And sometimes they don't, dear. And if they don't blame yourself. Just because they don't love each other anymore doesn't mean that they don't love you. There are all sorts of different families, Katie. Some families have one mommy, some families have one daddy or two families, and some children live with their uncle or aunt. Some live with their grandparents, and some children live with foster parents, and some live in separate homes, in separate neighborhoods, in different areas of the country. And they may not see each other for days or weeks, months, even years at a time. But if there's love, dear, those are the ties that bind. And you'll have a family in your heart forever. All my love to you, Puppet. You're going to be all right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that one hits home for me too. Because I also am of the group that had to separate from my from the person that I had kids with, and we have a stable relationship as much as can be, you know. Relationships like that are really hard. I feel like, unlike any other kind of relationship where you can just sort of step back from and be like, all right, I'm never talking to you again, a co-parenting relationship is the only one where you really just don't get to do that, especially if you want to keep, a good relationship with your kids. And it's a different kind of crucible in a way, where you have to really learn to how to manage your own energy, how to set boundaries appropriately, how to communicate, and communicate in kind ways where you're not, setting everything on fire every other day. So, I feel like I could just start a TikTok account purely just on talking about the journey of co-parenting. I don't talk about parenting a whole lot on this channel for obvious reasons. But I really feel for all the people out there who are brave enough and are through circumstances or whatever else, sort of trudging through the uphill battle of, being separated and having to raise kids at the same time and managing all the emotions that comes with that. It's insane, especially in our world. To me, that's one of the big tragedies of our current world. It's like, I would love to see, one of the things that I hope for, as we're watching the rapture about to happen and general, civil society collapse. My hope is that out of the ashes of all of this arises some new form of community where people come together in a closer way again, and children are cared for by a broader spectrum of adults and viewpoints, as opposed to just the the 4-person nuclear family structure. More villages, please. Less, I like to call them beehives, or hives. It's like those huge apartment complexes where, everybody lives in a small box and nobody knows each other. Yeah. I'm sassy today. It's all just coming out. All right. All right. Lenore, oh yeah, wait, no. Allison has some requests for some dad jokes. Let's just see what the old book comes out with. Don't make me use my daddy voice. What's brown and sounds like a bell? Dung. Oh, God. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. I might even just end it on that one. My girlfriend says she's good at yoga, but I think she's a poser. Oh, God. All right. I was wondering why the ball was getting bigger. Then it hit me. Oh, no. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he'll spend hundreds of dollars on equipment he'll only use twice a year. Oh, God, that's my dad. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. What's next? Next is the finale of a three-parter that Lenore has written. Part 1 was in the live from last week. Part 2 was in the Red Light Live yesterday. And now we're in part 3. Equally Spent by Lenore. They couldn't move. They tried, but their bodies were absolutely and completely spent. Sweat rolled down in rivulets, soaking the earth beneath them. The ley lines drank deep of their energy, humming softer now, like a cat purring after its feast. What were the words now? Wizard, sorceress, priest, priestess. None of them seemed big enough. And then it hit. Equinox. Balance, of course. That's why the lines needed them. Day and night equal, power and surrender equal. Their climax hadn't just fed the lines, it had sealed the balance into the world itself. He groaned, rolling his head to glare at the sky. Don't tell me, new moon and solar eclipse too? She laughed, though it hurt. Yes, there was. Damn it, just damn it, he shifted, wincing. And now I've got a Charlie horse, and I swear there's a rock digging into my ass. Powerful wizard, huh? Undone by gravel.
She turned her head, giving him a look through the snarl of her hair. "Gravel, please." "My hair's so tangled I'll need hedge clippers, and let's not forget the grass stains on my ass. Forget sorcery, I'm about to hex every ley line on this continent." For a moment they just lay there, glaring, sweaty, exhausted. The silence stretched, ridiculous and heavy, until it cracked. Laughter burst out of both of them at once, ragged and helpless, the kind of laughter that came not from humor, but from sheer survival. And that was their mistake. Laughter jarred sore muscles into coughing fits and groans, every breath another reminder of the bruises, the sweat, the impossible tangles. They ended up clutching at each other, wheezing, half laughing, half crying from the pain of it. But then her eyes went wide and she started laughing harder. "You have glitter in your beard." And the ley lines laughed with them, a low, resonant ripple of mirth through the earth itself, like the world was in on the joke. Balance restored, not just in fire and climax, but in sweat, soreness, and sarcastic banter. Is it glistening? Bedazzle it, you say? That sounds like that sounds all right. I have I have my own little so I have a rough relationship with glitter. Oh, what was I reading? That was what was I reading? The Part 3 finale of Equally Spent by Lenore. Present on this call, actually. Amanda outing me. I have a rightful hatred of glitter in some ways, because all through, okay, I was a band geek and I had my little clique of band friends, which was strikingly, it was even like guys and girls. Like it was, there were lots of girls in our group too. And one of the things that they loved to do to torture us week after week, back in when I was in junior high, there was this really popular like glitter gel that the girls used to put on their, like, you know, face and like as like accent and whatever it is. But they would take globs of this glitter gel and just smear it on the backs of our necks, so we would feel it and be like, oh, and then put our hand back there and pull it back, just covered in glitter. And that happened to me over and over and over again throughout the year. All my stuff was covered in glitter and it just never cleaned off. So that's how that's how glitter became one of my that's how I came to love glitter, really.
I know I'm not speaking to a sympathetic crowd here. I'm aware of that. I've come to terms with that reality. It's okay. I'm secure in my manhood. Hi, Juliet. Thank you. Welcome. Love to have you. It's okay. I'm just talking about glitter trauma. I did hear somebody secretly bought up all the glitter, which is really weird. There's some glitterspiracy going on, some kind of thing. Glitter is like, it's in the social consciousness right now because apparently there are only like 2 companies that make glitter, and they're very secretive about the process of how glitter is made. All right. Okay, everybody. I'm doing this is a poem submission by Brina called I don't know what it's called. Scars, I guess. And it goes like this. Flawless skin cut deep. The tool piercing, slicing in its way to heal or wound. Initial pain, perhaps numbed so as to better facilitate the healing the body needs. Mayhap there is no numbing, leaving the pain to be felt to the core. Either way, the wound comes to be. It may heal over time. Though it no longer bleeds red, it bleeds into our very being, some unable at the moment to accept the mark, as it reminds them of a time that was too painful for them. Others embrace the mark as one of survival, a trophy showing that they had lived in that painful time, yet have emerged alive. The scars they leave their mark to remind us of who we had been, who we have become, and what we have survived. It's a glitter duopoly. That's my understanding. Do you guys how about we drop in for a little bit of a little bit of a reset? All you have to do, it doesn't really take much work. You just have to sort of, let your mind just relax for a minute. If you're operating heavy machinery, I suggest you do not follow these instructions. All right, everybody, just close your eyes for a minute. Just take a deep, intentional breath. And imagine as you're blowing outward that all of the thoughts that are just skitter-scatter all over the mind, imagine that your out-breath is just sending them out and clearing the field of your mind. Imagine that your breath, when you pull it in, it's like it's charging up, and then releasing it out, it's bringing you viscerally into the present. It's bringing you so present, you can almost see and feel, taste and hear this moment in time and space. Imagining that there's nothing but this specific moment, and feeling the floor underneath you, the loving presence of the earth holding you, loving you. Loving you unconditionally, holding you for every limitation, every strength. Imagine if the earth were a divine being, a person who could walk up to you. What would they look like? Imagine the hug that they would give you. And imagine that their breath and their energy floating all the way through you, imbuing every cell with grounded, loving pleasure. Imagining that all that energy is anchoring you in the space, strengthening you, reminding you that you have the power to move mountains when you want to. That the sleeping giant lays within you. And remember that the earth does not move in a day. The earth is patient. The earth is here to teach, to love. And when that giant within is ready to move, is ready to celebrate their joys, their pleasures, their power to new heights, it will emerge. And one more deep breath, saying thank you to Mother Earth. And bringing yourself back into the present moment, feeling your senses coming back online, feeling the stillness, feeling the readiness for whatever comes next. Nice job, everybody. A little momentary reset. It's always a good idea to at least take a moment every day and clear your mind. Just take everything out of your mind. Let yourself reset. Let yourself become so present you can't even have a thought in your head, because all you're doing is being present. Because in that moment, you have the opportunity to recreate yourself in whatever way you want, intentionally. So make that a daily practice if you can. All right, Samora. I need you to put the lyrics for your requests on the actual thread. I'm not going to keep going and looking for the lyrics you're requesting. I will today, but that's all I'm going to say. All right. The lyrics to Ring of Fire. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. The ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. The ring of fire. Okay. I think this is the final request, and no, I don't know how to sing this. I'm a spoken word artist. Iris, song by the Google Dolls. And I'd give up forever to teach you, because I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't want to go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life, and sooner or later, it's over. I just don't want to miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, because I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, or the moment of truth in your lies, when everything feels like the movies. Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. No, I don't know. I don't actually. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I've learned that my inability to remember song lyrics and music associated with lyrics is partially because of my auditory processing disorder thing. This is a thing that I found out recently. So that's why I never remember music or songs. Like, I remember tunes, like the melody. If somebody sung it for me, I'd be able to remember it and be like, oh, yeah, of course. But there are very few tunes that I actually remember. Is my French getting better after reading The Phantom of the Opera? Mais oui, sonne. Mais oui. Je m'appelle Orcus. If I had the song playing along, and the lyrics in front of me, I probably would be able to sing it, yes. Hobbs, do I have time to run to the market before things get started? Making pozole and I need beans. I'm sorry there are no beans in your pantry. That sounds terrible. Hobbs, I hope the situation is remedied. Beans are a very important staple to have in your cupboard. You know what I do? I just get dried beans. Like I get a big bag of dried beans and then I use the Instapot to make dried beans. 29 minutes submerged in water and your beans are perfect. It's actually kind of great. Right, depends on the beans. I don't know why it's 29 minutes. Honestly, I think it's kind of specific too, but this is what my brother-in-law swears by. He's the authority on beans. I don't know if you knew that. Beans, beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more I play my lute. I hear you're alive. How disappointing. I don't know why I just started singing a song from The Witcher, but I'm rolling with it. I guess it was the playing my lute thing. No, that's not toss a coin. It's burn Witcher burn. How does it go? Hold on. See, I do remember some lyrics. When they're associated with something I really I get really obsessed with. I hear you're alive. How disappointing. I've also survived, no thanks to you. Did I not bring you some glee, Mr. Oh, look at me. Now I'll burn all the memories of you. You still need to play Witcher 3, Chris. It's like reading a good novel, that game. It took me 3 years to finish that game completely. I might have to go back and replay it, honestly. I gotta replay it in preparation for Witcher 4, which they announced. Okay, everybody. Well, I've stayed on for a little bit of extra time today. I do have to go, unfortunately. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, this afternoon, this morning, this evening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you haven't yet, I would highly recommend heading over to my profile, clicking through and checking out the Substack, checking out the other things that I get myself tangled up in. Usually there's something fun that arises out of it. So And I do these lives every Monday here on TikTok. Throughout the week, right now, I am often doing lives reading Phantom of the Opera. So that's something that's ongoing until I'm fluent in French. That book is helping me to become fluent in French. So, anyway, sending all of you love. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.